probably what the legislators are thinking about more as propaganda. Can you imagine China owning NBC or a Washington Post or a big company?
This might be the reason why Gen Z is getting most of their news from TikTok, is because news sources like you are lying to them. Because I've heard this argument before in the 1980s called Japan bashing. Here's an example from the Washington Post in 1989. Because when Sony, a Japanese company, bought Columbia Pictures, this is what was written. It's not bad for the movie business, and it's not bad for Columbia, but I wonder if it's bad for America, said David Geffen, chief executive of Geffen Co., an independent records and film company based in Los Angeles. It offers a potential for propaganda. Pat Chote, an economics with TRW Inc., who's writing a book on Japanese influence in U.S. politics. And further down, it says he compared the deal to a foreign purchase of an American television station, which is prohibited by federal regulations because of fears that a foreign owner could use his station to broadcast propaganda. Yet we have Fox News. What, one article is not enough? How about another one? Chicago Tribune, published in 1989. Japan Sony Corp, joined by the government and news media, launched a counteroffensive last week to convince U.S. critics that its record $4.6 billion buyout of Hollywood's Columbia Pictures Entertainment Corp is not the beginning of Japanese propaganda siege, where America is making this whole big deal about Japan invading Hollywood. Even House Representative Helen Bentley got on this, who called for an investigation of Sony's takeover. Bentley and others in Washington say that they fear Sony will use Columbia Pictures as a propaganda tool at a time when U.S.-Japanese relations are strained over a chronic $52 billion trade deficit the United States is running with Japan. Back then, they even realized that a lot of the criticism was racially motivated. As a response, Sony Pictures' purchase of Columbia Pictures seemed racially motivated. Is it because Sony is a Japanese corporation, mused one Japanese businessman on a talk show? Is it because we represent Asian culture? So today's show, you're pushing racist propaganda, and many creators on this app are pushing back because we actually learn about this stuff and trying to teach it to others. You continually prove today's show that you are out of touch because you have no clue what our biggest fear is, and it's not China.